Welcome to the super special at-home edition, special edition of Groundeffected, featuring my cat, because I don't know why, actually. A few months ago, I bought this model at one of the little craft stores. To be fair, it wasn't a little one, it's the large one called something or another. I don't want to mention them because they don't deserve my advertising. Either way, I want to say that I bought this little Bumblebee model and it's just sat on my shelf for ages. And every couple of weeks, someone will say to me, "Ever gonna build that?" And I'll say, probably not ever. So I decided that since I have a couple days off, I might as well not take those days off, and I will just go home and build this model at my home. Now, of course, it is the Christmas time, so this means that there are going to be some slight interruptions by my cat, who does not like the fact that I'm using her perching rest to make a video. Of course, I do need to make this model, so let's get out the instruction manual and get ready to prepare putting this model together. I made a couple of mistakes making this thing, and I would change everything in the future. However, it is not the most complicated of models, so it is going to be quite a simple video. Let's just get it over with. The first mistake I made is that this is not actual panel line accent color from Tamiya. It is in fact something else. I don't know what it is, but I put it inside of this bottle thinking that it would be a similar thing. It is not, and it comes off way too easily, and thus forth use actual panel liner. So I know that you can't actually see that, but just know that this really pissed me off during this build, and there is no other nicer way of saying it other than the fact that it did that. So here we go. What I did at first was just put a load of wash over the top of all the silver and grey bits. Now, had I used an actual Tamiya wash and not the one that I had mixed inside of my pot, all of this would have been a lot smoother for me, and I would have made a lot less fingerprints across the yellow parts. However, all I'm going to be doing is putting everything together. Realistically though, if I had a couple days to do this, I would then put each part separately and paint each one individually, but I wanted to make this as simple as possible. How can you just take something super simple like a model like this and make it just a little bit better than just straight out of the box? I'm going to use this airbrush and this tiny little airbrush compressor that comes from Gallery. There is usually a link for this in my description, but since it's the holidays, who knows what is in the description at this point. Also, this video is not sponsored, so there probably won't even be a description. I don't know what's going to happen when I upload this video, but what I do know is that I'm going to take a little bit of Eandon yellow. I'm pretty sure it's that, or it's not that, and it's probably a different color, in which case then that's going to sound a bit awkward. But either way, it's this color from Contrast Paints, which I'm going to spray in the shadows. I have to go back and look what the color is now. After a thorough review, I'm not feeling like a schmuck anymore. It was definitely Eandon yellow, so there we go. Let's just carry on building this little model in the most simplest way. It's really simple. This model, you cannot get any simpler than this thing. Although I will say that the instructions was a little bit complicated, mainly because it's a little bit cartoonish and it doesn't actually look like the parts. It doesn't matter. You can easily put something like this together. And I have noticed that these things are quite available in quite a few places. So if you are looking for one of these little dudes, well then maybe you want to pick one up. It was really cheap actually, compared to what models usually go for. It definitely costs less than a box of Space Marines, that's for sure. Now, I'm gonna obviously have to just give up some detail. There is some things on the back. I didn't bring enough paint home to actually paint these things, but you know, we're going to get some shadows, and we're going to get a little bit of some deeper, darker recesses by using that wash and also the airbrush. You don't actually have to use the airbrush, but I used it this way because I figured it will be really quick and dirty, but it will give it a nice different look. It won't look as plasticky, I guess. I mean, it still will. I'm gonna need to add highlights. I need to add battle damage. I need to add edge highlights. A load of things to really take this over the edge. But I'm just not going to do any of that. Mainly because I'm sitting at my table, and I don't think my cat will allow me to do any more work than I currently have. Now, the most astute of you viewers may possibly notice that I haven't built this in the order of which it has been suggested to build it. But I don't do anything the way that it's suggested to do it. If you haven't noticed that already, well, there are a couple of hundred videos on my channel showing exactly that as a process. So, like I said, doing things the wrong way means that I'm just going to spray into the shadows here, and yes, that yellow is going to go all over the metal bits. Do I care? Absolutely not. It does not matter to me, even in the slightest, and I feel like if people would just stop caring so much, they might find that they would get better at doing the hobby and not so good at caring, I guess. I don't really know what I was getting to with that, but just I feel like people put way too much care into the smallest things when the reality is no one's ever going to even notice or see that. And if you just put the effort in, just make the freaking model, at the end of the day it's going to look epic anyway. Like, so stop faffing about it. Just do the thing and don't worry about what people think about what you do, because it really doesn't matter. They're not the ones who put in the time, and so who cares what their opinion is, unless you of course care, in which case, well then I guess this whole entire conversation means absolutely nothing to you. I want to just quickly get back to painting the model, and I want to talk about painting the legs, which was exactly the same thing I did for the arms and also the torso. So there wasn't really much to talk about that, as you can clearly see. I did both of the legs, obviously. You need 2 legs in order to make a robot of the Bumblebee kind. I'm going to stick these bases together, which is this is the base, by the way. It's freaking terrible. What a dumb base. But I will stick it together, put the little stickers on it, and this is pretty much a point where I can probably call the model done. Although, this is weird, because normally I'd be putting a head on, and I know actually when to say those words, and now this whole transition to the final cut, it's just weird. So, put it together sometime at this point, and done! So we really don't have much time for the outro of this video. I have finished painting this model, and I want to thank you for watching this video. I do really wish I brought maybe a highlight color, so I could put some edge highlights that would have probably really made this model stand out a little bit more. I ended up getting rid of the double base, by the way, and just using one of the single bases. It looked a whole lot better on just a singular base. I want to thank Gallery, by the way, for sending me this little compressor. This is honestly, it's not... You're not going to use this to do professional level every day in your studio painting, but you are definitely going to be able to get the same quality and look from that little compressor thing as anyone else can. It's just obviously smaller and not designed for as much heavy duty as I use. I want to say a massive thank you to the Patreons, and that's pretty much it from me. If you didn't like anything you saw, you know the drill. I really don't care, and you can probably now call. Now that I've built the model, there is no box on the shelf, and unfortunately I actually preferred the box of the model on the shelf rather than the model on the shelf, and we're in a weird situation now. This is why you don't build your models.